Hello, and welcome to your reading. In this reading, we are focusing on what it is that we need to release in order to move forward. This reading is going to find you when you are struggling to, just know what exactly it is that moving forward, it's not even that you're struggling. It's like right now you just feel stuck. You feel stuck and uncertain, and you're like, I know I can figure this out. I just need a little bit of guidance. I need a sign. I need something. Give me an answer. And you know what? I'm not saying that I'm the universe's answer for you, but what I am saying is that this reading is going to help you find that answer, hopefully within yourself. So let's go ahead and ask the cards what it is that you need to release. Spirit, universe, God, goddess, please help us understand exactly what it is that we need in order to move on, what we need to release. Okay, our first card. Alright, I feel like I'm getting this one a lot. Is you don't hate yourself, you hate not being yourself. That's pretty self-explanatory, but let's talk about it. Before we talk about it, I just want to get, okay. I was going to say two more cards, and one literally just popped out. And then it's going to be this one. So when I see this card right here, you don't hate yourself, you hate not being yourself. It is a reminder that whatever your difficulty is, it's because you're living up to someone else's standard and not your own. You're giving somebody else control over your fate, your destiny, your future, your life. And instead of allowing yourself the chance to find comfort in your own body, in your own thoughts, and in your own dreams, you're living out somebody else's dreams. So first thing that we need to do in order to let go and release is to let go of other people's ideas and opinions of ourselves. All right, the next card that literally jumped out was, would you be nervous performing for a galaxy you'd never see again? And that's a really cool question, because the thing is, yeah, I mean, I would still be nervous, to be 100% honest. But I also, if I knew I was never going to see, if that movie was ever going to see it again, I would just be like, okay, whatever, I'm just going to give it my all, I'm going to do my best, and then I would just take it as it was, as the experience. There's something being said about giving it a try just one time to see what can happen and then letting yourself be. Another thing I love about this, question, would you be nervous performing for a galaxy you never see again? It's also a reminder that, you only have one life on this planet. So let's use it for what you're going to use it for what you want to do, and not what other people are dictating for you. Show up. I love that. That's a cute card. So show up. It's a reminder, and I feel like you're really being called out right now that, you need to show up for yourself. The only person who's going to help you be you is you. And we asked what it is that we needed to release. We asked what it is we needed to let go of. And it starts with us identifying who it truly is that we want to be and stop living the way other people want us to be. It's a reminder that, yes, you do need to give yourself permission to say, hey, you know what? I'm just going to try it. I'm going to do my best, and to show up. So right away, my first thought is that we have a fear or a doubt or some type of just, it's almost like it's a pain that's holding you back, because what it is it's one of those, we're going to ask the tarot cards exactly what it is, but I'm getting that it's one of those things where what's holding you back is the fact that whoever these opinions are opinions of people who love you. Like, they do love you, and you do love them, and you respect them. But the truth is your love and respect for them isn't genuine, in the sense because you're not being genuine to yourself. And if you're not being genuine to yourself, you're not being genuine to that other person. They only love a version of you that's not completely you. So let's see what the cards said, because they popped out. Got the Lovers. Lovers is all about choices. And the Lovers is always a reminder to me that the hardest relationship and the hardest person to love is yourself. So I see this card, and as I'm telling you that, you need to love yourself and you need to give yourself the best version of yourself so you can give it to other people, we literally get the Lover's card. And this card, yes, it's about like you and another person maybe. Hi, Sid. My cat Sid decided to join the crowd. But also it's about you and yourself. So your divine masculine and your divine feminine, your light and your dark, the perfect harmony has to start with you before it can start with anybody else. Now, other people can help you find that. Yeah, that's 100%. I have so many friends that have helped me balance my, light and darkness, that have helped me find my truth. But you have to make the decision to do that, and you have to make the decision to follow through. The Lovers is all about choice, because actually loving someone and, doing what it takes to love something or someone properly is 100% one of those things where you have to make decisions and you have to make choices based off love, and that doesn't necessarily mean it's going to be easy. Okay, the Devil. So if you've been in my company long enough, you know that the Devil, my classic story is you're on a diet, the Devil just offers you the chocolate bar, doesn't shove it down your throat and say eat it. You're the one that chooses to eat the chocolate bar. So the Devil is your comfort zone, and your comfort zone is not you being comfortable, it's the amount of discomfort you're willing to tolerate. So take your kitchen sink. What is the amount of dishes that you're willing to let pile up into that kitchen sink before you will actually wash those dishes? That is the level of discomfort that you allow yourself to have. That is your comfort zone. So I see here the Devil, and I see that right now we're not comfortable where we are, but at the same time, we understand what's going to happen, we understand what's next, and we know what we need to do to move forward. With that being said, it's the challenge. It's the challenge of, do you leave the known? Do you leave the, pattern that you understand and you can predict so well? Or do you decide to get up and do something different, to try something new, to do something else because you're not happy here? You can walk away from this whenever you want. You have the key. There is no cage. You need to make the decision to show up for yourself, to be yourself, and remember, this is a once-in-a-lifetime performance. The last tarot card we got here is the Queen of Cups. And that feels unique to me too, because that's telling me that what we're dealing with is emotional. That you have the ability to process and work with your emotions. You know all the right coping mechanisms. You know how to express yourself in a loving way, in an artistic way. And with all that good that you're doing a lot of great things, but we're still not showing up for ourselves. So in order to show up for ourselves, let's utilize everything that we know. Let's utilize a huge part of who you are in order to give yourself that grace and that ability to actually work through the layers of emotion, work through the layers of self-doubt, and find yourself again so you can once again be there for yourself. So how exactly do we get through the layers? What can we do to help us make the decisions that can get us out of our comfort zones, that can help us make the choices that we need to make in order to fully be ourselves and love ourselves? Oh, there's a good card. Let's just get like 1 or 2 more cards from Spirit. Give you just a little more guidance here. Open that one card. Okay. This one and this one. Alright, what do we have here? Okay. So the first card that we have is the Records. Remember why you came. Be bold. Legacy. Alright, that is 100% literally what these 3 cards have been saying and what we've been talking about. So what's going on here is you came here for a reason. You came here for a purpose. Don't know what that purpose is, but it's something to do with whatever is at our heart space. Whatever decisions that we're making that aren't allowing us to be in our heart space, that is our purpose. Our purpose is to find our way back to our heart space and to make those decisions to be ourselves. Because right now, you not being yourself is a disservice to you, other people around you, and to the world. Because I bet you have a special gift. whether you were told to be, you know, a lawyer, a doctor, an engineer, you know, just get a job and, you know, work for the pay. I bet there's something that was artistic, crafty, dancey, too feminine, too masculine, too not right for you, that you decided, fine, I'm not gonna do it. It's easier just not to fight. And the truth is, you need to be yourself. There's something that you have that is shareable and inspiring to those who are around you, and maybe to even a bigger crowd than just your friends and family. You don't know until you start. The second card we got here is Boundary Stones, Negotiations, Contracts, and Communications. So this one is really important, especially if you are living by someone else's standards. If you're already living by someone else's standards, I have a good feeling that your boundaries aren't probably the best right now. Because in order to live your life the way that you want to, you need to put the hard boundaries in. This card and this card, yeah, the devil tells me we don't have great boundaries, because if we did have good boundaries, we wouldn't be in the devil's place. We wouldn't be in our comfort zones. We wouldn't be tolerating everything that we tolerate for the sake of making others happy. Boundaries are important. Communication is important. Sometimes that's part of negotiations. Sometimes it's you and a loved one needing to be like, look, if you let me have this hour to myself once a week, then maybe there's something I can do for you in return, as far as like, you know, doing extra chores around the house or giving them an hour. It's different for everybody, but sometimes you do need to talk it over. Sometimes you need to tell, you know, a spouse, a loved one, a friend that, hey, I'm gonna need a little extra love and attention towards, you know, this craft that I want to do. It's a, you know, $100 course. It's something I want to get into. You know, I'm going to do it for myself, and that you need to work out how, you know, that's going to balance maybe with the bills and everything like that. So negotiations might be part of it. What's important is the need for communication, because communication, boundaries aren't going to happen without communication. You 100% need to communicate your boundaries, and then even more, you 100% need to like communicate and enforce your boundaries, because the enforcing your boundaries is the part that is on you, not on the other people. It is your job to enforce your boundaries. It is not their job to remember your boundaries. Should they? 100%. Should they respect your boundaries? 100%. But if you're someone that's never had boundaries before, this is on you first. And sometimes that means you have to walk away, whether it means going into a different room, going to a different place, maybe even walking away from a relationship. I don't know your situation, but what I do know is that you need to do what you need to start enforcing those boundaries by making those decisions and showing up for yourself. All right, our last card here for this deck is the Holy Mountain. Soul calling, sacred journey, pilgrimage. Okay, so that is literally what I was just saying about the records and being yourself. Like, it's one of those things that this is a reminder that whatever you're here for, it's something deep inside of you, which is why this card first showed up. And we even got the performance card. It sounds like whoever you are, maybe you will be in front of a crowd. Maybe you will make content. Maybe you'll be, you know, on stage. Maybe you'll be giving speeches. I don't know. But something here is telling me that more authentic you are to yourself, the more you're going to show up in front of people, and people are going to be inspired by you. Literally, we got show up and it looks like a theater or a play. Like, come on. Whatever we're being asked to do, we need to release, we need to let go, we need to be ourselves 110%. We need to make the decisions, so that way we can find exactly what it is we are meant to do and how we're meant to move forward. All right, I just want to see if our guides can give us just a little more understanding of what we can do in this moment in order to help us uncover our true authentic selves, in order to love ourselves, in order to walk away from the cage that's been our home for so long. What is it that we can do in this moment now to just get us there? Cards are being stubborn today. Oh, okay. These ones want to come out. Keep your door open to new experiences. All right, I love that. So the first little, bit of quick advice they give us is, just stay open to new experiences. Give yourself the ability to say, hey, this is a little bit scary, but I'm going to do it, even if it's just once. I'm going to do it so I can learn my lesson from it. I love that. Don't allow your worry to waste your time. I also love that too, because this is a reminder that a worry, it does nothing for anybody. It achieves absolutely nothing. But also, you only have this moment now. You don't have your past. You don't have your future. You only have now. So use your energy and use your time now to create what it is that you want to create, to do what it is that you want to do, to go after what it is you want to go after. Because worry really is just a waste. It's a waste of energy, it's a waste of time, and it literally serves nobody. And then don't rush yourself. There's joy in the journey. So this is a reminder that while, yes, you're being called to be something, to do something, you're being called to, share, to perform, to experience, to be seen. This is going to be a journey. This isn't going to be something where you see this reading today and, tomorrow you're on stage. It's going to be a journey, and it's going to be a process. But we find joy in the journey because the journey allows us to see growth. It allows us to understand who we are, and it adds to our story. And what do I mean by it adds to our story? How many times have you been inspired by other people's stories of them overcoming their odds, of fighting, whatever it is that they're dealing with? There's been plenty of those, and we each have our own. So, don't rush yourself. There's joy in the journey because you're going to discover more about yourself. You're going to love yourself more. You're going to understand why it is you do the things you do. And then you're going to be able to use that to help inspire other people to be, just as free and just as self-loving as you are then in that time. So let's start loving ourselves. Let's start by keeping open to new experiences. Let's start by allowing ourselves to focus on solutions instead of the problem. And let's allow ourselves to have fun in the moment and have fun on this journey. I hope that resonated with you. If you want a private reading for more information, there is a link in the description below. Go ahead and comment and let me know what about this reading gave you a little bit of answer or clarity. And that's all I got for you today. So I'll talk to you later. Have a great day. Bye.